Okay guys, this is going to be a quick tutorial. Sorry, I'm watching the Royals game at the same time. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how to use Logger Pro to do what we call motion capture, or video analysis maybe is a better way to put it. So first thing you need to do is make sure you have the video. So there's a link up on the board. There's actually 3 links, one for each video. You need to go download those. So when you go to the link, you'll end up seeing something like this. Now, this is not the same video, but you'll see a different video. When it opens up like this, you're going to click this download button up here at the top. So watch. I click download. I see it kind of pop down here. Now, you can actually see it one of a couple places, so it'll actually show up here in your downloads on Safari. Mine just popped up. I actually don't need it open, but I do want to do this. So take it out of my downloads. I'm going to put it on my desktop so I can find it more easily later. Okay, next thing we need to do is open up Logger Pro. So I'm just going to go to my Launchpad, and here's Logger Pro for me. You could also type in LOGER and you get Logger Pro. So here we're going to open it up. All right, so when we open it up, they kind of give us a generic graph and a generic table over here. I'm going to go ahead and full screen this. Now when I go to the top, what I want to do is I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to go down here and insert Movie. All right. Now, it's going to ask you to go find the movie that you want to insert. Now, you will have just put, and we don't want any of their movies. We're actually going to go to Desktop. You will have just put your movies on the desktop. So just find runner number 1. Mine's called Mickey. You'll see why in a second. But you'll find runner number 1. And we'll just double click that, or you can click it and then say open. And look at this, it's going to put the video right here on my screen, okay? Now, I like to make my video nice and big, so I just go ahead and drag the bottom corner so it's really big so I can see it, okay? Now, what we need to do is put some marks on the video. So we see this little button down here. Hopefully you guys are kind of watching my cursor. See this button down here in the bottom right-hand corner that looks like some little bouncing balls? All right, so we click on that. And see how it popped up my sidebar here? Okay, so the tool I want to select is this one right here. Okay, it's a red dot in the middle of crosshairs. So select that, and you'll notice that it changed your cursor to that same crosshairs. Okay, now down here I've got some video controls, and you can see that I can't see anything in here yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and click this button. See how it's called Next Frame? It's just going to go frame by frame, so nice and slow. Hey, all right, and now I've got Mickey moving. So you don't want to put a dot on your video until your person in your video passes the first bucket. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, raise your hand and ask me. But now that I see Mickey, I'm going to start putting dots on Mickey. So I'm going to pick one spot, and I'm going to mark that same spot every time. So I'm going to pick this corner of Mickey's sideburn right there. So click. Now you'll notice it advanced 1 frame, and it also put a dot, that little blue dot. So I'm just going to go ahead 5 frames. So hopefully you can hear this, but I'm going to click next frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put another dot on Mickey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot. I know it's getting redundant, but you're going to have to do it on yours as well, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot. Oh no, how'd the Mets score? Oh, that sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot. 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 Okay, I think that's it. So I've got my set of dots. Now notice, guys, what this looks a little bit like. It kind of looks like a motion diagram. I could draw arrows between these dots, and I would see what's happening to the speed. So I can almost see right here, if you watch, I've got big spaces, and they get a little smaller. That means Mickey slowed down. then they get a little bigger. That means Mickey sped up, okay? So this right here is just this process gives me a pretty good picture of what my motion diagram should look like. Now, what I'm going to do is, you should learn this in in Logger Pro. So we go up to Page, and we do Auto Arrange. Notice you could also click Command and R. Command is that button right next to your space bar. So Auto Arrange is going to fit everything nicely, and I'm even going to drag just a little bit there so I can see everything. Okay. So now we'll see I've got a graph. I've got this data table. What I'm focused on is the graph. Okay. So let's do this. Over here on the left-hand side, click on your XY and change it to just X. Okay. So all I'm worried about is the side to side, not the up and down. So change that to just X. Now what I'm going to do, because on your paper, you've got two different graphs. So this is your position versus time graph, but I want to add a velocity versus time. So I'm going to go Insert, Graph, and then I'm going to Auto Arrange again, Page, Auto Arrange. Now this Y velocity is not what I want, so I'm going to click on it and change it to X velocity. So now I've got X position and I've got X velocity. So this graph and this graph are the two you're going to draw on your paper. Don't worry about numbers. I'm really not concerned about numbers. They don't mean a whole lot right now, so don't worry about them. Just draw the shape, okay? And you are welcome to, please, draw a line over the top of your shape. Now this is kind of cool. Remember that we said here with this thing, we said Mickey starts out fast, then he slows down, then he speeds up again. So watch what happened in my velocity graph. I've got slowing down and then speeding up, and then there's actually slowing down at the end, okay? So when it asks for you to describe this on your worksheet, make sure that you're describing what's happening to velocity. It's slowing down, speeding up, or maybe it's going constant and we would just see a flat line, okay? Now, if you guys have any questions at all on this, please raise your hand and ask. I definitely want to make sure we learn how to do this process. We're going to do it more than once. All right, nice job, and get to work.